Good morning, dear children.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, last class I was present, ma'am, but because of network problem,
Yes,
I
yes.
was 5 or 6 minutes late.
Okay. Good morning, dear children.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Then, in the last class we have discussed about Jamshedpur, right? Jamshedpur and Pittsburgh, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Jamshedpur is known as the steel city of India. Then Pittsburgh is known as steel city of doctors.
USA.
Pittsburgh is known as steel city of
America. USA.
USA. And why both these places was chosen to set up iron and steel plant? Definitely these places have some locational advantages, right? Then we discussed what were the locational advantages of these two places, right? It is the availability of raw material, water supply, transportation, then good transportation, communication, cheap labor, and all this, right? We discussed all the points. I hope all of you remember all those points. Right? Then we discussed one of the important questions: why is steel often called backbone of modern industry? Okay. Then next in worlds, what are the three major industries of the world?
Steel and steel industry.
Abhiram, what were the three major industries of the world? What were the three major industries of the world? Abhiram? Abhiram Krishna, unmute your audio. Suryadev, what were the three major industries of the what are the three major industries of the world?
Iron and steel industry, textile
Yes, iron and steel
industry,
industry,
IT industry.
IT industry. One more is there.
Textile industry.
Textile industry, cotton textile industry. These are the three major industries of the world. We have discussed one. Which one we discussed, Suryadev?
Iron and steel industry.
Iron and steel industry. Next one is cotton textile industry. Let us see the features of cotton textile industry. We are talking about cotton textile industry. Cotton textile industry. Textile industry can be classified on the basis of raw material. Okay. Fibers are the main raw material in textile industry. We are using natural fibers and fibers are the raw material. So we can say fibers are raw material. So we have natural raw material or natural fibers and man-made fibers or man-made raw material. Right? Clear? Textile industries can be classified on the basis of raw material. Fibers are the raw material in all these industries. Fibers are the raw material of textile industry. Right? Then fibers are of two types, man-made fibers and natural fibers. Let us see this. Amalchit Pete is present. Some of you are very late. Okay, we are talking about textile industry. Two type of raw materials, fibers are there. Natural raw material. Here raw material means what is the raw material of textile industry? Fibers. So natural fibers or natural raw material, man-made raw material or man-made fibers. Then what are the natural raw materials or fibers. Wool, cotton, linen and jute are the natural raw materials. Then what about man-made raw materials? Nylon, polyester, rayon and acrylic are the man-made raw materials. Points are clear. Textile industry can be classified on the basis of raw material. Fibers are the raw material of textile industry. We have natural raw materials and man-made raw material. Natural raw materials are wool, cotton, linen and jute. Man-made raw materials are nylon, polyester, rayon and acrylic. Then, before industrialization, you know what is industrialization? What is the meaning of industrialization? I have given the meaning of industrialization. What is industrialization? Development of industry, right? Development of industry. Industrialization started in England. Before industrialization, clothes were made by hand. Clothes were made by hand. They used spinning wheel, like a charka, right? With the help of this wheel, clothes were made by hand. People had no idea about machines. Then as our technology, science and technology developed, this led to the invention of machines. Then when people invented machine, they started producing goods, not only clothes, other goods also, right? Goods with the help of machines. And these machines enable the production very quickly. Enable to produce more goods at a time in large quantity. Right? Then they could sell all these products at low rate in market. This is industrialization or development of industries. It started in England, right? Then after that, in other part of the world, India, Japan, US and all. But before industrialization or before the invention of machines, clothes were made by hand. They used spinning wheel for weaving clothes. This is spinning wheel. Spinning wheel, and later we use power loom or machine for weaving clothes, for manufacturing of clothes. Then India, a cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industry in the world. It's one of the oldest industry in the world because cloth is essential, right? Cloth is very important for us. So it is one of the oldest industry in the world. Then in 6th standard you have learned about hunter-gatherers, right?
Yes.
Then archaeologists have found evidences of cotton clothes from the people from that lesson, not from hunter-gatherers. They used animal skin as their clothes. Then later they learned weaving clothes, and they used cotton for weaving clothes. So from ancient, since very early period, right? Years ago, people used cotton for weaving clothes. They use clothes, and we have evidences for that. Evidences of that. Archaeologists have found evidences of cotton from different places. Right? So it is one of the oldest industry in the world. Then India has a glorious tradition of producing excellent quality cotton textiles. We have good quality cotton textiles. In India, we have good quality cotton. Many textiles, good quality cotton. We are producing good quality cotton fabrics or textiles. Then wherever you go, you can find out, or you can purchase cotton clothes or Indian clothes from any shop. Because we have excellent quality of cotton textiles. These points are clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We are discussing about cotton textile industry. Textile industries can be classified on the basis of raw materials. Two types of raw materials are there. Two types of raw materials are there: natural raw material or natural fiber, artificial or man-made raw material. Right? Natural raw materials are, what are natural raw material or natural fiber? Jute, wool, cotton, linen, etc. Then what are man-made or man-made natural or raw materials?
Nylon,
Polyester,
acrylic,
acrylic.
rayon.
Then this was one of the oldest industry. Textile industry is one of the oldest industry in the world, and we are in India. We have good quality cotton textiles. Before industrialization, our clothes were made by hand. Right? We use spinning wheel. Then later, after industrialization, after the invention of machines, we are using machines. Then, now, traditional industries face tough competition from new textile mills. How? Traditional industries, cotton textile industry, traditional, some new industries are there, some old industries also there, right? Some cotton textile industries are there. Traditional industries, in traditional way, how we are making clothes? By hand. They're not using machines, right? Traditional industries face tough competition from the new textile mills. How?
Because they cannot make as fast as the modern industries.
Yes.
Because there is handmade and machines do the things faster.
Yeah, machines do the things faster. They are doing hand. They are making clothes by hand. Okay, that means it's a time-consuming process, right? It will take lot of time. You can say it's a time-consuming process. Clothes were made by hand means it will take lot of time. So it is a time-consuming process. At the same time, it's very expensive. Machines produce large quantity goods at low price, right? They could sell it. They could sell it low price because many goods are there. Machines are producing large quantity of goods, but when we make a sari or a cloth by hand, it will take time. So it is a time-consuming process. At the same time, the product is very costly. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, first mechanized industry was established in Mumbai in 1854. First mechanized industry means, what is the meaning of
Machine.
mechanized industry?
Machine industry.
Yeah, industry used machine, right? First mechanized industry established in Mumbai in 1854. So modern industries produce produce cheap and good quality goods through machines, right? So traditional industry could not compete with new industry, new textile mills or new industries. Then, first successful mechanized industry was established in Mumbai in 1854. Now down this point, you can expect the score. One more question, MCQ. Mechanized industries or industries flourish in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat.
TV's voice.
I know you are good children, we are not. Then industries flourish in the states of Maharashtra. Industry means textile industry flourished in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Maharashtra and Gujarat famous for textile mills. textile industries. Why? In India, these two states are famous for textile industries. Anyway, this has some occasional advantages, right? Because of humid climate. Because of humid climate, port facilities, transportation facilities, availability of raw material and skilled labor. Clear? Why these two places, Maharashtra and Gujarat? Many textile industries? It's because of
Humid climate.
Humid climate.
Ma'am, because of the humid climate,
Because
port
of humid climate,
facilities, availability of raw material and
yes,
labor.
labor, skilled labor. Because of this reason, the cotton textile industries are flourished in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Then slowly and gradually, industries has spread to other part of India. But still, Maharashtra and Gujarat, famous for cotton textile industries or textile industries. Because of favorable climate condition, transportation facilities, availability of raw material and skilled labor. Then slowly and gradually industries have spread to other part of India. Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkata. Ahmedabad is okay. Mumbai, other part of India, Kolkata, Coimbatore, Chennai. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Cotton textile industry. Clear?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And what are points we discussed? Cotton textile industry.
It
We
is
talked
one of
about
the
textile industry,
oldest
right,
industries.
Nisha? Yes.
Ma'am, it's the oldest industry in the world.
One of the oldest industry in the world, right? Very good.
It is classified on the basis of raw materials.
Yes, in textile industry can be classified on the basis of raw material.
Natural raw materials and man-made raw materials.
Natural raw
Natural
material.
raw materials include wool, cotton, jute, linen, etc. Man-made industries include nylon, polyester, acrylic.
Okay.
Then traditional industries face
India,
competition for new textile mills because they are weaving with their hands. Then the first mechanized industry was established in Mumbai in 1854.
Why traditional cotton textile industries could not face the competition from new textile industry?
And
Sridev?
because
Yes, yes.
They are weaving by hand. So,
Made by hand.
so their clothes will be expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Their product is very expensive. Then at the same time,
It,
takes a lot
it consumes time.
yeah, it takes
It
a lot of
needs
time,
time.
right? So it's a time consuming process and it's very expensive. So traditional industries could not compete with, could not face the competition from new textile industry. Clear? It's one question, important question. Then modern textile industry which produce cheap and good quality clothes or good quality fabrics through machines. Cheap and good quality fabrics through mechanized industries, through machines, right?
Yes.
Traditional industries producing good quality fabrics, but problem is made by hand, so it's time consuming process. At the same time, it's very expensive. Both are good quality fabrics. Clear? Cotton textile industry. Then in India, two states are famous for textile industry. What are
Maharashtra
they?
and Gujarat.
Maharashtra and
Maharashtra and
Gujarat.
Gujarat.
And Maharashtra. Mumbai is still famous for textile industry. Why these two places are famous for textile industry?
And because of the
Humid climate,
Climate,
is available
import
of
facilities,
raw
availability of
materials and
their
labors.
skill
labors.
Transportation facility, availability of raw material and availability of skilled labor. I hope this part is clear. All points are clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
What's the timing of your class? Dear children, what's the timing of your
11:30.
11:30.
11:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Next one is Ahmedabad. Next heading, Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is called Manchester of India. Then, do you have any idea about Manchester? Manchester.
No, ma'am.
It's a city in. Yes, Manchester.
No, ma'am.
Yes. Then this city is famous for cotton trade and textile industries. It's an international center of cotton trade and textile industries. It's an international center of cotton trade and textile industries. So very famous place, right? So Ahmedabad is known as Manchester of India. In India, Ahmedabad is a center of cotton trade and textile industries. Gujarat. Then when we discuss iron and steel industries, we have discussed the point iron and steel industry. Jamshedpur is known as the steel city of India and Pittsburgh is known as the steel city of United States of America, right? Same like that, here Ahmedabad is known as Manchester of India. Ahmad, let us see about Ahmedabad. Industries are located on the banks of Sabarmati River. It facilitates water supply, right? Most of the industries are located near water source because of the easy availability of water. First mill in Ahmedabad was established in 1859. Second largest city of India, second largest textile city of India. Then which one is the first largest textile city of India?
Mumbai.
Maharashtra, Mumbai. Good. Ahmedabad is the second largest textile city of India. It's known as Manchester of India. Center of cotton, center of textile industries and cotton. This is about Ahmedabad. You got all the points? Ahmedabad, textile industry located on the banks of Sabarmati River. It facilitates water supply, right? Then, first mill in Ahmedabad was started or established in 1859. Second largest textile city of India. Note down this point. Second largest textile city of India. It's known as Manchester of India. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Then
Advait?
could you show the slide once again?
Sorry, Nandana.
Show the slide once again.
Sorry?
And the slide, can you show once again?
Yes, I'll show. Irene, can you explain the 4 points?
Ma'am, Ahmedabad, it is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati River,
Yes.
which is the
That's the
first.
point, Nandana. It's situated near Sabarmati River. Very good. Then second point.
The first mill was established in 1859.
Yes, first textile mill in Ahmedabad was established in 1859.
It is the second largest textile city of India.
Second largest textile city of India. First largest textile city of India is
Mumbai.
Maharashtra. Okay.
It is known as the Manchester of India.
Ahmedabad textile industry. Thus, this place is known as Manchester of India. Antana, did you get all the points? Abhiram Krishna, turn on your video. Tamanna, explain this 4 points.
Ma'am, Ahmedabad is located near near the bank of river Sabarmati, and the first mill is established uh, in 1859.
First mill was established in 1859.
1859.
Third point. It's okay. Advait Sinu. Advait has a network problem. Advait Murali. Can you explain the 4 points?
Yes, ma'am, it is called the Manchester of India.
It's known as Manchester of India. And one more point is it?
It is the second largest
Second largest textile
of India.
India. Very good. I hope all of you got these 4 points.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then next, why Ahmedabad? Why Ahmedabad was chosen to set up textile mills? It has some locational advantages. Let us see what are the locational advantages. First one, easy availability of raw material. Dear children, from these explanations, I think all of you understood locational advantages are almost similar, right? Common,
Yes.
right? Raw material, availability of raw material, water supply, transportation, near seaport, right? Cheap labor, skilled labor, right? These are the main factors. These are the main factors affecting allocation of industries in particular region, right? But when we explain the point, raw material, availability of raw material, one point is different from where they get raw material, right? It's different. The explanation is different depending on the place, right? But common points are clear to all of you. Okay. Here, first location advantages. First point, easy availability of raw material. Because Ahmedabad is very close to cotton growing area. It's easy availability of raw material. Second one, good climate. For spinning and weaving, good climate. Then land, flat land. Terrain here means flat land, suitable land for location of industry. Then skilled and semi-skilled labor. Skilled laborers are available, at the same time semi-skilled also. Both are available. These two states are densely populated, Maharashtra and Gujarat, thickly populated states. So, their skilled and semi-skilled number of laborers are very high, so skilled and semi-skilled laborers are available. Well-developed road and railway network. Well-developed road and railway network. So it facilitates the transportation of textiles to other part of the country. Well-developed road and railway network facilitate transportation of textile industries to other part of the country. Next is market. This well-developed road and railway network provide access to market. Then port facilities. Transportation, right? Here water routes. Port facilities to import and export things, right? To import machines and raw materials, sometimes raw materials also, machines, and export finished good to other part of the country and other part of the world. Clear? These are the locational advantages of Ahmedabad. Why this place was chosen to set up textile mills? Because of these reasons. First one, easy availability of raw material, good climate, flat terrain, flat land, skilled and semi-skilled labor, well-developed road and railway network, market, port facilities. Clear? Availability of raw material close to cotton field, good climate for spinning and weaving, flat land, thickly populated states of Maharashtra and Gujarat provide skilled and semi-skilled labor, well-developed transport and railway network. It facilitates transportation of textiles to other part of India. Then it provides easy access to market. Well, the road and railway network provide easy access to market, port facilities for importing machines and export finished goods. Clear?
Yes.
Amaljit, what are the locational advantages of Ahmedabad?
Because of easy availability of raw materials,
Sorry?
good climate,
For first point,
easy availability of raw material,
easy availability of raw material,
good climate, flat land, skilled and semi-skilled laborers, well-developed road and railway,
well-developed road and railway,
market, port availability.
Port availability. All points are clear?
Yes, ma'am.
That why this place was chosen, Ahmedabad was chosen to textile. Why this is called the second, this is known as the second largest textile city of India, right? Why? It has some locational advantages. Then that points we discussed. I hope these two parts very clear to you. Today we discussed cotton textile industry, right? First we discussed about the classification of textile industry based on raw material, natural and man-made raw materials we use in textile industry, or fibers we use in textile industry. Then traditional textile industry could not compete with the new textile industry. You know what is the reason, right? Because new textile industry produce good, cheap and good quality products to machines. Then traditional industries, clothes were made by hand, so it's a time consuming process, at the same time it's very costly. Next we discussed about Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is known as the Manchester of India. Many textile industry or mills are there. Definitely it has some locational advantages, right? It's favorable for the establishment of industries. Then we discuss 6 or 7 points are there, right? Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you summarize all the points?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I will summarize.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Today we discussed about cotton textile industries.
Yes.
The cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industry in the world. There are mainly two types of fiber: natural fiber and man-made fiber. Natural fibers are wool, silk, cotton, linen, jute. Man-made fibers are nylon, acrylic, polyester, rayon. Then, mm, then the traditional industries forced, mm,
To
tough.
compete with modern industry.
Yeah. Uh, because the production of hand-woven cotton textile was expensive and time-consuming. The first mechanized textile was set up in Mumbai in 1854, followed by Gujarat state. Then Mumbai and Gujarat are best suitable place for industry. Geographical as the warm, moist and humid climate, ports for importing machinery, availability of raw materials and skilled labor are quite sufficient for its establishment. Many other parts of India such as Coimbatore, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, etc. are also this part of this textile industry. Then Ahmedabad, it is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati River. After Mumbai, it becomes the second largest textile city of India. The first mill was established in 1859 in Ahmedabad. It is now known as the Merchandise of India. Then
Manchester of India.
Manchester of India. Locational advantages of Ahmedabad are: Ahmedabad is situated very close to cotton growing area. Then the climate is ideal for spinning and weaving. The land is flat and terrain. The densely population, then skilled and semi-skilled labor, well-developed road and railway network, then Mumbai ports near, then Mumbai ports, market, transportation.
Very good, Lakshmi. I hope all of
Thank
you
you, ma'am.
understood this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You must read your textbook. Okay, today itself. Don't keep it for the next day. Underline all the important points. Okay. Thank you, dear children. Thank you for your quick response, active response.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.